all that are on here. We thank you guys for your support of our channel. It's amazing the amount of people that are on it each and every night and are faithful to come back each and every night, despite my screaming, despite some antics, despite the constant just discussion disparities that we have and debacles, even some people would say. You guys keep coming back. We appreciate you all. SEC tournament bracket is out. OU softball is going to play the 8 or 9 seed on Thursday at 11. LSU Mississippi State winner. And then they got Tennessee likely. You never know. There could be upsets. And then Texas A&M maybe in the championship. But I'm still picking OU to win a 5th straight natty. I know I'm in the minority there. They very well might not, but I'm picking them because I think when it matters, they're going to be at their best. But, what's up, Jay?
Starting off on the softy side here tonight, soft side of Jerm. Hey, you mentioned Texas A&M in the championship. Florida? What about Florida?
Now, it could be, Jay, Florida's going to be the 5 seed, right? So they were playing Tennessee.
5 or 6. I don't know what
officially playing Tennessee.
5 or 6. I think they're the 6.
Okay. They could have, I think Florida's pretty good. Appreciate your part-time attention, Mark. We do appreciate that. Hey, you see the graphic tonight? Yeah, we have used this graphic before. Question is really not a question, but breaking down the OU secondary. And before we get to the talk about OU secondary, Russell Westbrook with the steal and the finish and the technical foul hanging on the rim and then getting the crowd amped up. He is going to be in OKC on Monday night. It is going to be absolute bonkers at Paycom on Monday night. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for this series.
Did you see the uniforms they're wearing and they're going all blackout?
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be great. Gonna be a great atmosphere, man. It's what you'd play the season for to get into series like this. Greg got hyped. If I had a ticket and could go to that game, man, it would be electric. Dave is electric.
Super Dave. Dave McGeneris. Dave is electric. Dave does it all. He comes through every single night. He's unbelievable.
Yeah. Thanks, Dave. Really do appreciate it, man. Really do. Jerm, we'll get going with the question that was asked. We were not asked, but breaking down the secondary. Chester put in there, could be the best secondaries OU had in a long time. I can't remember who he compared him to, but and then let me see if I can find it. Chester went with his lineup. Dolby nickel, safety Bowen, strong RSJ, free Gentry, and the other Bowen, other corner. I like that. I like the 4 of Bowen, RSJ, Gentry, and Bowen. The other thing you could do is you could move Dolby if Gentry's at all banged up. You could move Dolby to corner with Bowen, opposite of Bowen. I don't know. You know who needs to have a good year this year is Peyton. Peyton Bowen needs a good year.
Maybe I'm in the minority. I'm higher on Hardy than I am Peyton Bowen. Really? And honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing Hardy more than Bowen. So,
hey, what about
I'm in the minority there?
What about Boganowski?
Yeah, he's a name that's not been mentioned, Jay, a whole lot. Does he work his way on the 2D? Does he come more near the line of scrimmage? Is he used specifically for blitzing or for more running? Downs, likely running downs. I don't know, Jay. I don't know, but because I just don't know if he's gonna this year. I just don't know. I don't know where his fit is.
And I agree. I kind of agree with this too. I think you might see Bogue and Powers.
Yeah, but isn't everyone like so high on Hardy? All the quote insiders have been saying that he may start.
The thing is, Powers, it seems like they're talking about playing kind of cheat it, right? Aren't they moving him?
I thought Eichert and Lehman expect him to start.
I don't know, but Mess says some believe that Hardy will get snaps before Bowden. That's nuts. Yeah, that's nuts.
But Hardy played last year as a true freshman.
Hey, Jerm.
Did he, Jay?
Jeremy, listen, we've heard this before. Do you remember? There's been many years. 2 years ago, all the talk, Josiah Wagner is going to be a bulldog. He's unbelievable. Okay. Jacoby Johnson, unbelievable. Now you're hearing Hardy. Peyton Bowen's going to be the guy. It's not, Hardy's not going to start over Bowen. So anyway,
Maybe they didn't say start, but they said he's been maybe the most impressive secondary player they've got there.
I don't know if anybody's saying he would start.
I'll find the clip. It was Gabe and Teddy, I believe.
I'd have to go.
It was either Gabe or Teddy or OU Insider on one of their podcasts said that Hardy is turning heads and has a very good chance of starting. I don't know. I'm paraphrasing.
I don't know if this is true, Jerry. I don't know. 5 or more games in a season. What about his first year? Sooner fan dropping some golf talk. Did he destroy it today again? Because I know the first 2 rounds he shot really good. I don't know what happened today. I didn't catch up to it. So I don't know what happened with Scotty Scheffler today. Do you know, Jerm?
He was in the lead. Yeah, I think he was like 23, 24, 25 under, something like that. He's in the lead.
Yeah, but Benjamin, here's the thing. People say that now, but before this, everybody was all high on.
Everyone wants big, I thought.
As a corner. I don't know, man. I think it kind of little bit of both. I mean, you kind of.
And Jay, when I said the thing about Hardy, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Have we heard more about Hardy or Bowen?
But Jerm, that's different. That's different because Hardy's a newcomer guy. Bowen's been there, so people don't talk about the guys that have been there as much.
Jerm, how did your son do in the
meet?
Oh, in the meet. He ran his personal best time on the year. He ran a 4:42 mile, 4:39, 1,600 meter. There's a difference. There's like a 10-meter difference. But yeah, his best of the year as a freshman, really good times. Trying to qualify for the New Balance Nationals. He's got to get about 4 seconds off that time. So that'll be in Pennsylvania where the pin relays were, where Quincy Wilson ran a 43 on the 400, Jay. Did you see that?
That's crazy. 918 says, think the 2 deep at safety is Bowen and RSJ, with Bogan Powers being the backups, cornerbacks Gentry and Bowen with Jacoby and Jordan. I like all that too. Where do you see Dolby though? Do you see Dolby at Cheetah then? 918. I mean, I like that. I like that right there. I think that's very good too. I mean, and I would be fine with that.
That has Hardy nowhere to be found, correct? 918. So you're I mean, with that, and I guess so, because if Hardy plays, then which one of those guys? I can see for sure Hardy getting more run than a Jacoby Johnson. And I think Kendall Daniels is the Cheetah and could move some to linebacker. Greg God says Dolby at Cheetah. So if that's the case, look, I do not see any way that Kendall Daniels is backing someone up. And if he does, I'm going to be ticked off, honestly. I'm going to be absolutely ticked off if Kendall Daniels, one of the best athletes on this team and veteran player, is a backup. There's no world where he should be a backup. Sorry, there shouldn't be.
Well, maybe he'll be at linebacker, Jerem.
So I don't think Kip or Kobe is being benched, Jay.
I don't think that, Jerem, we don't know yet on Dolby and how he's going to react to his injury when he gets out there. I mean, we got to see that first. I mean,
and all I'm saying is, if he plays linebacker, one of those two will be benched. And 918, I know they play different positions. My comment was, I think Hardy will get more run than Jacoby will. So Hardy as a backup at safety, or if he drops somewhere down low, will get more run, I think, than a Jacoby will at a backup corner.
Hey, do you want to hear a crazy stat of the day? This will blow your mind, okay? Because it blew mine. Today was the Kentucky Derby. I didn't watch it, but I know who won. Listen to this. Every single horse that was in the race was a descendant of Secretariat. You talk about goated. That dude's Secretariat still lives on. I mean, every horse was a descendant of Secretariat. Jeez.
Oh.
I mean, I can't remember.
Hey, Dre God. I think Kendall Dolby was phenomenal when he played Cheetah. There is, and I don't mean this as I'm not trying to diminish Kendall Dolby. I just think Kendall Daniels gives you more stuff. I want them both on the field, Greg God. I want Dolby and Daniels out there. I want them both on the field. If they're two of your best defenders, and they're really heady guys too. They know defense. They're experienced. They need to both be on the field somehow. Both. All the time. But I don't think Kendall Dolby, to me, gives you more at Cheetah than a Kendall Daniels, personally. Personally.
Where did rooting render judgment end up? I don't know where it ended up. Do you think there's any OU fans that have and I'm asking this, I'm not saying this. I'm saying, when Trace Ford came over from OSU, not Kendall Daniels, are there some OU fans that just be like, they're not very good, they came from OSU?
That possibly could be it. I mean, what's the weakness of Kendall Daniels? And what's the weakness of Kendall?
Well, I think Kendall Daniels has been inconsistent, Jerm.
Right. He's not played that position, Jay.
Well, he's been inconsistent though with his time at OSU, has he not? I think that's been part of his problem.
Hey, Mez, but listen, Mez, if he's playing Sam or middle linebacker, then who's benched? Who's going to be benched? Guys, I get that he's had issues at OSU. I think he is so locked in. And listen, I've heard people who have been there who have said this guy is locked in. He looks really, really good. Now, maybe he plays instead of Kobe McKenzie. I don't care where he plays. I think he should be playing. That's all I'm going to say. He should be on the field. He should be on the field. A lot. A whole lot.
Well, I mean, we'll see what Brent wants to do. I mean, Brent's got a lot of guys that he could interchange. That's the thing about this team. And then we're talking about secondary tonight. But, even linebacker, secondary, they got a lot of interchangeable pieces. So I think Kendall Daniels is faster than Kobe, Benjamin says. Well, especially maybe coming off the injury. I don't know how Kendall's going or Dolby's going to react after that. That's what I got to wait and see.
Correct.
And that's the thing, Greg God. Will he be healthy? How healthy will he be? Like, will he be back to his normal self? I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see.
918, this is what Wes Goodwin said. Wes Goodwin compared Kendall Daniels to Isaiah Simmons. I mean, the fact that he was even being mentioned in the same sentence as Isaiah Simmons tells you a whole lot, in my opinion, from a guy who knows what Isaiah Simmons was like.
Okay, but Jerm, you're saying you want Kendall Daniels on the field. So say you had Kendall Daniels at Cheetah. Where are you putting Dolby?
I'm playing him at corner or nickel somewhere. I'm playing him on the field, Jay. This just in, Sam Landry, first overall pick.
Yeah, that was in about an hour ago.
AUSL draft.
Drafted number 1 overall. Ron, what are your thoughts, Ron? There you go. There you go.
I mean, I think the guy that we haven't mentioned that I think could maybe play more than people think is Jordan. Great guy. I know. I get it. You don't watch softball. Don't care. I'm mentioning it because she was the number 1 pick. So
Devin Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan.
No, Chester. I don't think.
Who's forgetting him? I said he should be playing on the field along with Daniels, dude. No one in the chat's even ripped Kendall Dolby. It's ridiculous. Dolby and Daniels should both be on the field. Why is that hard to hear and understand? I said they're 2 of the best players. They're the most experienced players. If Kendall Dolby's healthy, he should be on the field. In fact, I'd be fine with benching Kobe McKenzie then. The Kendall brothers should be playing. Daniels and Dolby. It's a law firm, okay? I'm benching Kobe. That's who I'm benching. I'm putting Kendall Daniels at Cheetah, and I'm putting Dolby somewhere in the secondary. Facts. Maybe Gentry. Sit. Why Dolby plays some. I don't know.
Are you done?
Go ahead, Jay. I'll take a break.
No. Are you done? I mean, I think the people that are cautious on Dobie playing has to do with the injury. That's what I think. I think it's more of the injury coming off the injury. Like if he wouldn't have got injured, well, he wouldn't have another year. But I'm just saying, if it was last year, remember how everybody was high on Dobie? So I think that's it. 918 to agree with you. You think they both should play. Here's the thing: when Dobie was healthy, he was. I mean, yeah, you had Danny Stutzman and stuff, Bowman, but he was arguably the best playmaker on that team that year when he was healthy. When he played,
he has to play. Now,
and if he's healthy, he has to.
Another guy that was a huge playmaker was Gentry Williams. Gentry Williams had picks, like he was a ball hawk when he was healthy. But
here's the thing: if you could get Gentry Williams fully healthy, Dobie fully healthy, those two guys will make this defense way better if they're both healthy. And then you got to figure everything else out around it. But yeah, I mean, those two guys, if healthy, I think they're going to be playing.
Dobie was great at blitzing. Okay, so look, I would be perfectly fine with this lineup. I think this would be a great lineup if you had Marvin Jones Jr. at one edge, the other edge, you're going to have R. Mason Thomas. Okay, your middle, let's go Jaden Jackson and Dominique Williams. Probably, I'm fine with Jaden Jackson, Dominique Williams, David Stone, or Grayson Hall. Any of the four, okay?
Hey, I got to wait. Listen, I think you might see more of this year. You ready for it? I think you might see more of 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, including Kendall Daniels, and then nickel Dobie.
Yeah, I think you could see that, Jay.
I think you could see a lot of that. I think you could see a lot of it. 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, 5 defensive backs,
1 edge. So on the 3 down linemen, it's 2 bigs and 1 pass rusher. You're saying?
I'm saying it would be something like Jaden Jackson in the middle, R. Mason Thomas, and then the other side, 3-3-5. I think we see a lot of it this year. I do. That's just my opinion. Because you get Dobie, you get Kendall Daniels as a linebacker, you get.
It really depends on matchup. Some teams are going to run you to death in that.
When you can bring Dobie way up, you can bring. I mean,
I get it, Jay. That's a little smaller, bud. A little smaller of a lineup.
Okay, but people say it doesn't work well. Alabama and Georgia has done it for years.
You got to have the right guys. I agree.
It can work in the SEC, though.
It can.
Yes,
our
I
defense.
Don't know if they will.
I think the defense, Hudson TD 777. I think the defense can be as good as last year. I do. I really do. I think they can be as good. I think the middle, you lose Terry. Like the defensive line should be better.
Hey, and let me clarify something. The
defensive line should be better.
Yeah, let me clarify something. I'm not saying on first down they're going to roll it out there. What I'm saying is you have second and third. If you stop them on first down and second and third and long, second and 10, third and 10, you can go 3 down linemen, and you can blitz 2 off of it. I do too, 918. I think they have exactly what they need if you want to get Dobie Daniels on the field with your defensive backs you have and the linemen you have. I think you could do it.
Hey, Ron, I do think the pass defense will be better. You know why? The pass rush should be better. If the pass rush is better and you have teams in third down and long situations more often, you would think the pass defense could be better. So I think that it can be. We're going to open the phone lines here in a second. I'm going to pop it in there. So just give me a second to pop it in the phone lines here for you. We're going to open up the lines. You'll see a StreamYard link pop in right here. There it is. So give us a holler. Call in, give us your take on what we're talking about. Also, check out the Fan Stop at thefanstop.com. Sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club. You can use code SURGE, get 10% off the first 2 months. They got different packages. Pick the one that fits you, that you like best. Okay, we're talking about which lineup we like best. Pick the right shirt of the month that you like best. So there it is. Bagman says, I don't know what he was talking about. Good offense, Devin says, will help the defense more than anything. That's true.
Hey, Jerm, I mean, maybe people forget, but Brent Venables at Clemson ran 3.35. I mean, like he ran it quite a bit when he had the guys to do it.
Hey, Trojan Fight. I know you're just trying to get on here and kind of just start crap, but All-Star FCS Jeep Group of 5 team. On defense, do they have a lot of FCS guys? We're talking about defense right now. Name them.
Yeah, I did see that. And hey, I think that'd be a great
name
spot.
Them, Trojan Fight. You can't name them.
I think
they're not FCS guys on defense, are they? No, didn't think so.
I think that'd be a great spot for him. I didn't know this, and I watched the game. Did I?
Yeah, I knew that. They call her Baby Ruth, instead of. That's what I heard anyway, on the broadcast. Yeah, top 20 or bust. Top 20 defense should be doable.
Yep. I do think they have the options to do different things, and that's what you like to do in a with having the.
Bad take. Mike Bibby was not better than Jason Williams, in my opinion.
Mike Bibby was way better than Jason Williams.
No, not even close.
What are you talking about?
He wasn't, in my opinion.
Bibby?
Was he a better passer?
What are we talking about? Passer or player?
He just said better. What are we talking about?
What player?
I think Jason Williams was.
Jeremy,
what's your expectations from RSJ? Expectations from RSJ this year, Jay?
Wow. What did you ask? What did you even ask me?
RSJ, thoughts on him this year?
I think he's going to have a great year. I think
we got our first caller of the night, and it's Corrections 101.
Hey guys, how you doing tonight?
Good.
You? Oh, not bad. I tell you what, man. I played. My besides playing football and as growing up, I played baseball, and I played baseball through high school and made the all-star team here in Iowa and everything. So, man, it sucks seeing bad catcher play. It drives me nuts, and I hope Pickering can get together the rest of the year, because it's just disappointing to see stuff like you just can't let a ball past you unless it's thrown 6 foot over you,
Yeah, it wasn't good.
No, but the one question I had is maybe you can explain this to me. Okay, so they said that we locked down the SEC conference title for the regular year. Now we go into the tournament. Is there 2 separate titles, one for the regular season and one for the postseason, or is it how does that work?
I'll answer.
Mute your background.
Who, me?
Mute your mic while we're talking.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe that's better. That's better. Hey, so let me answer that. There is a regular season champion, and there's going to be a tournament champion. How that affects any SEC school is really, you're not getting an automatic berth or anything like that. It's in my opinion, though, if OU doesn't win the SEC tournament, they will not be the number 1 overall seed, in my opinion. They've got to win the SEC tournament. Unless a team like LSU were to maybe run the whole thing and win it, OU could still be the number 1 overall seed. But in my opinion, that's it, Jay. And by the way, you're right, Corrections. Emmerling has been atrocious. But the problem is they won't bench her because they're not going to play Riley Zaki and they're not going to play Corey Hicks in the postseason. You're too young, inexperienced.
Okay, so as of now, are we SEC softball champions for this year, or do we have to win the tournament to have that title for the year?
We are SEC regular season champions, right, Jay? Is that
correct? It's just like Big 12 SEC basketball. You can win the regular season title, and then you can win a SEC tournament title. It's just 2 different things. So you could be regular season or postseason.
Okay, guys. Well, hey, great show tonight, and I'll be listening to you on the drive of the west of the way back home. Good night, and Boomer Sooner.
Have a good one. Have a good one. Corrections. Thanks for
Yeah.
calling
Hey,
in.
Jay, there are sports like, I mean, obviously in basketball, you get an automatic berth. The tournament is more weighted, but in softball, and look, it's very likely what they see this week in this upcoming week is what they're going to see in the regionals and super regional. They're going to have to go, basically, they're going to have to go through the SEC 3 times: regular season, tournament, and then regionals and Women's College World Series. That's basically what's going to have to happen. They struggled today defensively. They walked a lot of batters, Sam Landry. They got to be better in that category, but I'm still picking them until they get beat because they have Patty Gasson. I think they're going to be in the right frame of mind.
Yeah, we'll see, man. Starts this week, 11 a.m.,
Yeah.
I think Thursday for the Sooners. So, hey, let's get to trivia. Before we do, check out the FanStop, thefanstop.com. Code SURGE will get you 10% off your first 3 months. Just great people at the FanStop, local people, officially licensed merchandise. You need to get on it and get your shirt of the month start coming before the football season arrives. So sign up, thefanstop.com. Here's the trivia for today. What I want to know is, because I think this guy was very, very underrated, Sooner KJ Goated. Very, very underrated player at Oklahoma. I want to know this guy. I'm not going to tell you the exact year because that would give it away. But early 2000s, safety opposite Brandon Everidge. Very, very underrated player, in my opinion. Do you know it, Jerm?
I'm pretty sure I know it, Jay.
Now, there's been multiple, but I'm thinking of one in particular. See who can get it. I don't want to give it away.
He played multiple years.
Well, I don't want to give the year away because not Reggie Smith. No, you got to go back farther than that.
Reggie Smith was
Early
great
2000s.
at
Early 2000s.
How early, Jay?
2003.
Mackey was a receiver, Damian Mackey.
Receiver, Mackey. There it is. Brodney
Poole.
He was underrated.
Of course, 918 is going to get it. Jay, you remember Brodney Poole's number?
Start with the 2, right?
Yep.
23,
MJ's number.
23, yeah. Yeah, man. Brandon
Everidge was one of my favorite, and one of my favorite games of all time was when they went to Air Force against the option, and he was head hunting.
Yeah. Well, he was always head hunting.
Yeah, but especially against the option.
Hey,
Crystal, it's been a while. Good to see you on here tonight, Crystal. Thanks for joining us. Hello.
Brodney Poole, very
Hello,
underrated. You know who else was underrated for Oklahoma? Defensive backfield. Won a national championship, I believe.
JT Thatcher.
No, not the one I'm thinking.
He was Ante Jones.
Ante Jones.
Yeah.
He was a dog.
Number 11.
Ante Jones was a dog.
Number 11.
Yeah. What do you think, mate? Let's go back to it. What do you think those defenses, early 2000 defenses, what made them so good? Were their defensive backs just great cover guys, or was it because they had so much pressure on the quarterbacks?
It was a combination, Jay, but and also, honestly, early on, that was the beginning of Mike Stoops and Brent Venables.
They dialed up some stuff, man.
People have figured some things out, but when you look at a guy like Derek Strait, I think he was 6'2", 6'1", 6'2". Michael Thompson had good size. I mean, like, they had guys who had good size. They were very physical on the back end, Hey, Crystal, ma'am, welcome back, Crystal. It's been a while, I think, a few days or whatever, and now you come back hot right here with 5 Sooner Surge memberships gifting. Awesome. If you are one of the lucky ones to get the Sooner Surge memberships, thanks to Crystal, email us at SoonerSurgePod@gmail.com, SoonerSurgePod@gmail.com, and we'll send you a Discord link.
Hey, Crystal, appreciate that. Thank you so much. Really do. Good to see you on here. Teresa says, thanks, Crystal. Coverage and physicality. Do you remember, they could all hit, do you remember Michael Thompson? He'd play right up in your face, man. And there was a lot of guys. There was a lot of players that did that. I'm trying to think. You could go through some other defensive backs back in the day. You mentioned Derek Strait, but I mean, who were some of those other early ones in those years? You know who was a cornerback that was – people don't remember him for cornerback. They remember him for something else. They remember him for punt returns. But Antonio Perkins,
Yeah, and then you went to the Zach Sanchez's, the Jordan Thomas's.
yeah.
They had a lot of names. Jay,
Jack Sanchez was so good.
hey, Julian Wilson. Hey, would you like to see them play more man? Because
I do. I like man better than zone.
I like man better than zone.
But if you play zone aggressively, I think the problem when they get.
But you can't. That's the point of. That's why I hate it.
Yes, you can.
No,
Listen,
the linebackers in a zone are all. You're guarding an area. You are way more on your heels, Jay. How do you not know that?
Jerm,
You
because
can't play
there's
an aggressive zone.
Jerm, listen to Brent Venables talk. He talks about an aggressive zone. You can play an aggressive zone.
It's an oxymoron, Jay.
No, it's not, Jerm.
It absolutely is.
He was a real athlete, man.
I love Dan Cody, by the way, number 80. Loved him. But, Jay, a zone in football, when you're covering in a zone, you are covering an area. You're not attack mode. You're just not. When you're in a man, you are one-on-one against the man, physicality.
So tell me, answer this question right now, Coach Jeremy, because you're just amazing coach. I mean, unbelievable. Coach every sport out there. How's it any different than a zone in basketball?
A zone is way less aggressive than a man unless you're trapping out of it. Yes, it is. Do you not know basketball?
Jeremy, you can get a lot of
Stop.
No, I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop.
If I play a 2-3 zone in basketball, is that more aggressive than a man-to-man defense? I'm asking you.
There's listen to me. There are zone defenses in basketball, 1-3-1, other ones that are more aggressive.
There's not in football. There's one zone, Jay.
No, there isn't. You can play aggressive zones. You can bring blitz. I mean, you can.
Blitzing is not. That's not the. You are getting. It's bad, Jay. It's bad. Your take.
Cool, Jerm. I'll find the quote for you from Brent Venables if you like.
I don't give a rip about a quote from BV about aggressive zone. It's an oxymoron. Aggressive zone is an oxymoron in football.
Crystal says time moves slowly this time of year. It really does. Now you got NBA basketball. Thank goodness for the Thunder. And you know what? After the year we've had in Oklahoma with football and stuff, if they could freaking win the championship, it would make things way better. It really would. Aaron Colvin was really good.
From Owasso, Jay, 918.
Who's another guy from who was the Jinx?
Stephen Parker.
No, somebody else.
Matt McCoy.
No.
Jay, I honestly again, to me, blitzing is man or zone. You blitz in both. That's not what I'm talking about, blitzing. Hey, we got Chester on the line. Sooner Surge, Sooners for life. Let's go, Chester.
Hey, can you all hear me? Sorry, I'm in the parking lot.
Good to hear from you, man.
I have to bring this up. I'm sorry, because these guys are young. They didn't see Bird play. Okay, all they see is highlights on YouTube or whatever. I'm trying to explain what Bird had to beat just to play Magic and Kareem's Lakers, just to get to it.
Yeah. Okay,
he had to beat Moses, Barkley, and Dr. J from the Sixers. He had to beat the bad boys. They were young at the time, but he was beating them.
Lambeer, Rick Mahorn.
Yeah, I mean, just to get to the Lakers, there's only two people, or I guess I should say teams, Celtics and the Sixers, that beat Magic in the finals when he had Kareem.
Yeah.
People don't understand how loaded the Lakers were back then. Man, they were good.
Hey,
Worthy, Chester, role players, Byron Scott, Worthy.
Chester, you know what though? What's crazy though is that people want to dismiss Bird. He took Indiana State.
I know. I don't care about the college, but
no, I'm just saying. Like,
there's one stat I need people to comprehend. Bird's career average, even with a broken back and 2 repaired Achilles, his career average is 24, 10, and 6. No player in history, not even the big centers, had career averages like that.
That's
right. If you didn't see him when they played, man, those Sixer teams back then would absolutely annihilate this league today. Anyways, I gotta go. Y'all have fun.
Hey, thanks, Chester. Chester dropping NBA knowledge, man.
Jay, his left-handed game was great.
NBA knowledge. Yeah.
I agree with Ben. I agree with Ben here because, and here's the key in a zone. A zone is great, and to me, it can be super effective if you get pressure on the quarterback because they get confused a lot. It looks like a guy's open and there's not. There's coverage underneath. It's not man. Like there's people in all areas. So,
Crystal now dropping a super. Crystal's on fire.
5 surge memberships, now a super. Crystal comes back with a bang tonight.
Question. This is a banger.
Thanks for the super, Crystal. Really appreciate you.
This is a banger question.
Most underrated Oklahoma football player of the last 25 years.
Underrated.
I mean, to me, one that has to stand out is Quentin Griffin. Just because of his size, no one expected things.
Wait. Are you saying underrated would mean like people didn't think highly of him? They thought highly of Quentin Griffin.
Well, define underrated then, Jay, or have Crystal define it.
I mean, what about Dominique Whaley?
What's underrated then, Jay?
He came out of nowhere.
So did Quentin Griffin.
That's what I'm saying.
You said last night on this show he wasn't even a starter.
That's what I'm saying. If we're using your thing about underrated, then yes. But a guy like Dominique Whaley would be another one. Didn't get the credit he deserved. See, I think Quentin got credit.
I got a couple names I thought were underrated. Any H-back under Riley and right before him, because Jeremiah Hall, Trey Millard, who am I missing? J.D. Runnels. I mean, J.D. Runnels would be a great name for this answer.
Yeah, maybe so. What about Tawee Walker? That's
Ramondre Stevenson. Kennedy Brooks.
That's a good one.
Lee Morris. Jalen Saunders.
Yeah, there's quite a few, but what would you want to narrow it down to? I mean, quarterback wise, I mean, you know who didn't get a whole lot of credit, in my opinion, and he has a lot of records at Oklahoma. Landry Jones. People
couldn't
just
win a big one, Jay. Couldn't win. Made
people
a lot
just didn't. People didn't really care for Landry.
Great arm, great arm, great arm. So accurate. Made a lot of mistakes. Stats wise, though, he probably is underrated, underappreciated.
Oh, definitely is. I would think so. You know another one? Chris Brown.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge Chris Brown guy.
Oh, I liked Chris Brown.
He was good. I mean, he was good. Never did much for me.
All right, Crystal says Jones is a good one, Jay. There we go. Yeah, Landry.
Hey, Bevo's bodyguard says he was cheeks. Did he beat Texas? Hey, someone, we don't have Hunter on here at Jackson. Someone go look up. Did Landry Jones beat Texas? Jay, give me a second.
Well, in that era, he probably did. That was before Texas was back, Jerm. But Bevo says nope. Austin English was
3-0. He was 3-0 against Texas, Bevo. I'm pretty sure if this is accurate, he was 3-0 against Texas. 3-0. And he was cheeks. What does that make Texas, Bevo's bodyguard? And the truth shall set you free.
But wait, Bevo says, but why does Bevo's bodyguard say nope?
Because Bevo's bodyguard doesn't know sports when it comes to OU Texas, or he wants to forget the 3 games where Landry Jones destroyed Texas, I guess. Man, that Bevo's bodyguard. Sometimes your comments are really bad. Tonight, this one takes the cake. I can use language like so-and-so's cheeks. Your take was cheeks. It was dog water. It wasn't busting. It didn't slap. Whatever everyone wants to say, it wasn't good, okay? It was a bad take. It was a bad take. Landry Jones, who apparently is cheeks, was 3-0 against the Longhorns. Next question, next comment.
What would that make Texas if Landry Jones was cheeks?
That's my point, Jay.
Well, I'm trying to think of a good term for it.
Thanks for the corrections, Teresa. Appreciate you seeing that. Appreciate you correcting it there. Appreciate it.
33-9. Landry Jones at OU. 3-0 versus Texas.
Definitely. Not bad for cheeks. Hey, game over, correction says. That's right. Game over. That's right. I haven't heard from Bevo since then. He retracted that statement. What's up, Big Orange? How's it going?
How about OU Tennessee for the national championship in softball? What do you think? Could happen.
Be OU. It could very well be OU versus a team in orange because it could be Florida, Tennessee, or Texas. Either of the three.
Who was coach in Texas when Landry Jones was at OU?
Mac Brown? No.
No. I'm thinking
Herman or Strong.
Was it Strong's years?
I don't follow Texas enough, Jay.
Do you remember the game Landry Jones had against, was it West Virginia?
Oh, it was great.
It was Brown. Hunter says it was Brown. Wow. That was on Brown's last few years then, probably.
Real quick. Bevo's bodyguard, you're probably long gone by now. You probably didn't want to stay on after just getting destroyed by that last take. 2 of the 3 wins, he was 3-0. 2 of the 3 against Texas. Bevo's bodyguard, are you ready for this? This Cheeks performance, it may have been the best Cheeks performance of the history of Cheeks performances, okay? Sponsored by Mo Cheeks, whatever you want to say, okay? 55-17 and 63-21. That was 2 of the 3 wins. 55-17, 63-21 by a Cheeks quarterback. Bevo's bodyguard, wow.
Most underrated quarterback at OU.
Wow.
That got Mac Brown fired, probably got Mac Brown fired.
Wow.
Bevo versus Jerm.
Wow.
I want to say Mac Brown got.
Someone said Bevo hit the portal after that comment. Wow. Yeah, that was great. That made my night, Bevo. Thank you for being on here tonight and giving us that take. It really pumped me up.
Yes, I've seen this. I've seen this stuff. It's wild. I don't want to get into it. I got my own thoughts about this stuff. I'm not going to say them tonight. Maybe another night I will, not tonight. But I got a theory on this.
What's your theory?
Well, I'll save it for another night, Jerm, but not tonight. Tonight's not the night for it.
OU gets another win in baseball, Jay.
Yeah, Arkansas swept Texas. Number 1 team in the nation. They swept them down there in Fayetteville. So OU baseball, though, 4 wins away. If I saw this right, probably 3 to 4 wins in the SEC out of the 7 left. They could probably host a regional. Hunter, other people would know more about this than me, but I think they have a good chance they could host again this year, back-to-back years.
Crystal is correct. That was the other name. I said Flowers. I said Millar. I said J.D. Runnels. I did not say Demetri Flowers, but he's on there too.
Man, I'm trying to think of some other underappreciated. You know who I kind of think was underappreciated? I think this guy was. When you talk to fans, and maybe I'm dead wrong on this. So if I'm dead wrong, don't just come at me.
Oh, I'll come at you.
When you talk about great receivers, not many people talk about Broyles.
Yeah, he's not mentioned as one of the greats, even though he is, because he's stat-wise, I mean.
But why don't people talk about Broyles as much? You hear Hollywood Brown. He would dominate Hollywood Brown.
I think a lot of people thought Broyles was a system guy.
He's a stud. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, they both.
Jalen Saunders, another one. But I think people associate receivers with systems.
Kenny Steele's a good one too. Tony Jefferson defensively. A defensive guy that I think got slept on a little bit was Trey Norwood. I think he was really good.
He was a ball hawk, Jay. He was a ball hawk. When there was a play to be made, he made it. When the ball needed to be grabbed, he got it. He was around there.
Yep. I kind of put Broyles and Clayton in the same category. Clayton's not talked about a lot.
No, he's not either, Jay. Remember Joaquin Iglesias?
Yeah. Every time I hear that name, all I think about, I could be your hero, baby. Enrique Iglesias.
Be careful, Jay. Be careful.
What?
Be careful.
Copyright?
Yeah, be careful.
I wasn't that good of a senior. Come on now.
Will Johnson is a guy that I thought was going to be better. He wore number 12. I thought he would be better. He transferred.
Most underrated. What about most overrated? Since we're talking about secondary, most overrated defensive back in OU in the last 20, 25 years. I got one on
Well,
mine.
it's easy. It's Bookie.
Well, other than Bookie. Come on now. Other than Bookie.
I'm going to get you.
No. I was going to say Ahmad Thomas. He got beat a lot.
So was Jordan Thomas. Jordan Thomas wasn't as good as people thought he would be.
Wait, which one was number 7? Jordan?
Jordan.
Okay, maybe.
Ahmed Thomas was 13.
Yeah, one of them made really good plays, but then he would get beat a lot.
Hey, I see Bevo's bodyguard's comments. I don't really want to. After you have that bad of a take, it's like I just don't even see him anymore.
Yeah, most overrated defensive back for Oklahoma, Roy Williams, who single-handedly beat you.
Single-handedly. It wasn't one good play. There were many plays that year.
In the NFL plays. Oh, wait, Bevo, did you know this? There was an NFL rule change because of Roy Williams.
That is correct. King of bad takes tonight.
Yeah, he's just doing it on purpose. That's fine.
Yeah.
Look at this stat. 4,586 receiving yards, 45 touchdowns, 45 touchdowns in 4 seasons. Are you kidding me with that?
Yeah.
That's unreal.
It's been a fun one, Jay. Been a great one tonight. Anytime you can destroy a Bevo's bodyguard take, it's a great night. And that's what happened tonight here on the Sooner Surge. Absolute destroyed it. So, hey, got to shout out some people. If you got one of the supers that was donated by Crystal Calendar, very much appreciative of that, Crystal. Thanks so much. If you got one of those, SoonerSurgePod@gmail.com. Send us an email. We'll get you a Discord link. Thanks to Crystal for that and for the $10 super. And thanks to Dave McCook, who's on here every night dropping a $20 super. Appreciate it very much. Yeah, I did say destroy. I destroyed the take. It was a bad take. Admit it, okay? The first step is admitting you're wrong. I haven't had a problem doing that, okay? You can. There's correction. Been a member for 5 months. Appreciate that membership correction. And, hey, appreciate the prayers for our dad. Appreciate it. I'll get to see him tomorrow. See how he's doing. I'll let you guys know tomorrow night. Hit the like before you leave. Appreciate it. If you do that, it really helps our channel in growing. Appreciate all the support of everyone out there. Even those who are Texas fans, we still appreciate the support. We'll see you next time. You guys have a super Sunday. See you tomorrow night.